Porozmawiajmy z naszym panem starszym.
Would you like a glass of wine?
Yes, those stairs are a
No,
nightmare.
jednak to drugie czy trzecie piętra, które mieszka dla tego człowieka. Jak takie jednopokojowe to mieszkanie za małe dla mnie, ale z klimatem, nie sądzicie? Zawsze rządzone.
That's better.
So, what can I do for you, monsieur?
Przedstaw się. O,
My name is Tiago Marquez.
Hiszpan.
I saw your report on the robbery. I found your address.
Pani obrazem.
I came straight away. I needed to see you.
And why is
Jesteśmy
that?
w niebezpieczeństwie.
The stolen painting,
O,
La Malédiction. It belongs to me.
Ronnie had wanted me to interview the owner, and now
Hmm.
he was. Or rather, he was somebody who
No
claimed to
właśnie.
be the owner.
pomówmy.
So the stolen painting is yours.
No w sumie z 37 jeszcze może żyć.
La Malédiction belonged to my family in Catalonia in the 30s before the Civil War.
Czyli tak, czyli było Civil War, czyli wojna domowa, czyli generał Franco.
Fascists stole it in 1938. They killed my father.
O, to był ten chłopiec mały.
I escaped. I have been looking for it ever since. You have to help me find
Dobrze,
it.
pomożemy.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Tiago Marquez, the rightful owner of La Malédiction. What else is there to tell?
You traveled all the way from Catalonia?
No, since the war, I've lived in France, in the southwest. And now I want the
Dobrze,
painting
pomożemy
back.
mu odzyskać. Mówmy o jego rodzinie.
Did you lose all your family in the
Nie, ojca
Civil
tylko
War?
stracił.
When they came for us in 38, I fled with my mother. But my father
38 się wydało, że był 37 na początku, ale nieważne.
I would
Mogę
have
popełnić
stayed
błąd,
and
prawda?
fought for freedom, but I was just a boy.
You've got my attention, but if I'm to help you, I need more to go on.
I have something. This old photograph. It is of me and my family. See the painting above the fireplace?
Jest, Maradiko.
Yes, it's La Malédiction. The photograph suddenly appeared to link the old man to the painting.
Dobrze. O, nie da nam zdjęcia.
You took the photographs at that robbery, huh?
I did, yes.
I need to see them.
Dobrze.
Why?
Please.
Być pewny, czy to ten
Must see
sam
them.
obraz.
All right. Here they are.
Pokażmy mu to najpierw.
This shot didn't come out too well.
It's perfect.
Perfect?
Finally, La Malédiction in all its splendor. The lines, the color, the detail. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Then take it. That shot is no good to me.
Really? Thank you, mademoiselle.
No, niech weźmie, mamy to przecież.
This one was rejected. George got in the way. Typical.
Who is this George?
Just a friend. He insured the painting.
So, he will know who is this liar who claims
No, huh?
to own my painting.
I don't think he does. He would have told me.
O złodzieju?
He's the thief making off with the painting.
Ma
What is
tatuaż.
that
Właśnie.
tattoo on his arm?
Looks like a skull and crossbones. Headhunters,
You will find him, and then you will find my painting.
I can try, monsieur.
You must, mademoiselle.
Aha, dobra. I tu jeszcze mamy.
This is the best shot I took. They used it in the paper.
Yes, it is how I recognize La Malédiction, my painting.
It does look like the one in your photograph.
So close, but now it is lost again.
To chyba wszystko, nie?
Marquez's story was very interesting, but I needed to corroborate it. I wondered if the gallery kept ownership records. And while I didn't
Pomyślmy.
fully trust him, this was the one lead that I didn't want to
Ale
lose.
nadal wieje cholera, no.
Where are you staying?
What? Nowhere. Here, perhaps.
I didn't want him to stay in my apartment. There was another solution. My neighbor is out of town for a few days.
No właśnie.
You could stay there.
Yes, that would be good. Thank you.
Great. Let's
Dobrze.
go.
To dziadka żeśmy wzięli do sąsiada, wcisnęli.
Adam said that he would leave the spare key under the mat. My neighbor had left a key for me under the doormat. Which reminded me I hadn't watered his plants for a week.
Okej, tam nie przejmuj się, Niko.
The key wasn't
Oho.
there.
O, jest pęknięcie w desce.
The gap was wide, but not wide enough for my fingers.
Kartą? Jak zwykle, z gumą przykleimy.
Using the sticky chewing gum, I was able to fish out the key.
No, mamy. O, ja. Ile piesków. Można powiedzieć, że za dużo, nie?
This will do.
Glad it's up to standard. I have to go out, monsieur. Ronnie had promised me the front page if I got an interview with the painting's
No.
owner. And he was a crazy Spaniard claiming to be just that.
No właśnie.
I needed to find
Dobra,
out
wycieczkę
who
chyba
put the
trzeba
painting up for sale.
wziąć.
Maybe there was
A.
more to find at the gallery.
No, jaki ładny napis. Prawda, nieprzyjemnie siedzi czasami.
Len
Aha.
was sitting outside the cafe. He looked dazed.
Pomówmy z Lane'em.
Hello, Monsieur Len.
Ah, the delectable Nicole Collard, super sleuth. How may I be of service?
I was hoping I'd find you here.
Always available for a lovely lady such as yourself.
Pomówmy o Lane'ie.
Henri's death. It must be so very hard for you.
Yes, I shall miss him deeply. We had such a very special relationship.
W kawiarni
Loss
Veracruzu,
is so
mimo
hard
wszystko.
to endure, even for a man of such inner strength as myself.
Może wie, kto jest
What do you
ten
know
El
about
Serp?
the
Nie, El
owner
Serp
of
namalował.
Magnetic Seal?
That was Henri's business. He found the painting and did the deal with the
Aha.
owner.
Would anybody else know anything about the owner?
Not likely. He kept especially
No,
quiet.
chyba zdobył to w nielegalny sposób
But he
trochę, ale...
always kept a manifest for every exhibition.
I'm writing a follow-up piece on the gallery theft.
Ah, so you need an inside view. Authoritative.
Something like that.
The police have finished in the gallery. We could chat in the office. It's much more comfortable. More intimate. I might even be able to rustle up a little bottle of champagne.
Maybe later. I have some things to do first.
Maybe next
Dobrze,
time.
następnym razem. Będziemy teraz o manifestie.
You mentioned the
Jaki miała
manifest.
galeria.
How would one get a look at that?
One might start in the office. That's where Henri kept most of his paperwork.
About
Ponownie
the
galerii
gallery.
można?
Of course, my dear. We can go there now if you'd like.
Oczywiście.
That sounds great.
We can discuss my ordeal over a glass of
Oh.
champagne.
Podrywa
A
nas.
cozy chat with Lane was the last thing I wanted. But it was my best hope
Hmm.
if I wanted to get a look around the office. So, what are we waiting for?
Zobaczmy jego biuro. O, ledwo wstał. Na crime scene jedziemy? Tak.
After you, my dear.
Zamknie nas? Nie, nie zamknie. pogadać z nami.
The place was heaving with junk. Finding what I wanted wouldn't be easy. As Lane sat down, something stuck out from beneath the cushion. It looked like a folder. Whatever it was, the police had missed it. I needed to get it.
Come, join me on the couch. I'm ready for you.
O nie. Nic mnie w drugiej części w Meksyku z tym komendantem.
Oh, I'm never gentle, Monsieur Lane.
Oh. Do call me Hector.
Dobrze. Pomówmy z Hektorem. Wyskoczyło tutaj.
Notice the folder. With that amount of padding, who would? The only way to get hold of it was to distract him.
No, nóżkami.
Monsieur Lane?
Hector, please.
Pomówmy o właścicielu.
So you really
O właśnie,
don't
będziesz
know who
sięgać
owns
po
this
szampan. To zostawimy sobie na
I'm
koniec.
sorry, my dear, I really don't.
I see Henri had a statue of himself.
Yes, for a man of high aspiration, he had alarmingly low taste. Nevertheless, I shall miss him. We were like family.
What will happen to this place now?
Henri's widow will decide.
Dostanie też kasę odszkodowania.
She may find it in her heart to keep me around.
Oh, I'm sure she will.
O obrazie.
Is there anything you can tell me about the painting?
It was an absolute treat
A
to
George
come
nie w
across it.
więzieniu.
A true,
Pechowiec
undiscovered
nasz.
gem.
There's no denying it is a fantastic painting. What can you tell me about the religious significance?
Of course, there is a deep religious symbolism locked within the painting, too. Central to this must be the pantheon of saints.
Pokażmy ich nasze.
I managed to get chewing gum stuck on my press card.
What a bizarre turn of events.
That's what I thought.
Daj.
Oh, Hector.
Ach, jaka zmiana głosu,
Perhaps
nie?
I will join you in that glass of champagne.
But of course,
No to są jakieś lepsze, pamiętam.
nature's balm in troubled times.
Ja, może go spijemy po prostu. Ale o takiej tuszy ciężko będzie spić człowieka.
If I try to reach across, I touch Lane's leg. Ooh.
Nie, tylko nie to. Napijmy się więc. O. Pomówmy jeszcze.
So you really don't know who owns this up?
I'm sorry, my dear, I really don't.
Napijmy się.
To new friends!
To love.
Rozkręca się. O nie.
Oh, mon Dieu, that is so cold!
Oops, silly me. I am so sorry.
I'll have to dry this off. Don't you worry, my dear.
Okej, weźmy folder.
In the folder was a list
A on
of
tu
all
stoi.
the paintings
Bo
in
go nie
the
wykreślili
exhibition.
po prostu.
La Maledicció had to be there. It was. And next to it was the
Oh.
owner's name. Mr.
Nasz
Medovsky.
Rosjanin.
The police had obviously not spotted the folder. I put it back. I had what I needed for my story.
Nasz od ubezpieczeń pan.
Monsieur
dziwne w
Lane,
takim razie.
thanks for everything.
Na wystawę i go
But I
skradł?
think I hear my editor
Znaczy to było
calling.
zamierzone właśnie zabawa z
Ma chérie,
ubezpieczeniem.
no need to leave so soon. It's only a little spillage.
And I found out who claims to own La Maledicció. Some guy named Medovsky. Sounds Russian, right?
Oho, chyba redaktor zna.
Who is he?
He's new on the oligarch block. Fresh into London from Russia with ambition
Mhm.
and bloody reputation. Collard, this is way over your head. I'm gonna put a more experienced crime journalist on the
Co?
story.
Za mało
I can't afford to
doświadczona?
get hurt.
No proszę.
Relax, Ronnie. This is my story. Leave it with me. Let's discuss it over lunch tomorrow.
Okay. But don't
No
do it
tak,
anymore.
zrobimy.
See you tomorrow.
Teraz do dziadzia pewnie pójdziemy.
Ronnie didn't trust me on this story, but I wasn't going to let him give it to someone else. I was going to have to move fast.
Kto puka, dziadzia?
Come in.
Nie, George.
Hi, George. Great to see you.
Hope you don't mind me just dropping in.
No, not at all. How are you getting on?
Pretty good. I found the gun that was used in the robbery.
Aha.
I'm
No,
impressed.
przy policji.
Yeah? Well, Nave wasn't. He accused me of trying to plant it, and then of being involved in Henri's death. Then he threw me into a cell. He couldn't make a stick, of course, so he had to let me go this morning. But he's convinced I'm involved. So if I put a foot wrong, he'll nail me
No,
next time.
trzeba uważać.
But, hey, on the bright side, have I got a story for
No
you?
właśnie, to co się dowiedzieliśmy. I ona. Połączenie znowu historii i wyjdzie ładnie. Jeszcze brakuje naszego Hello George, nie pamiętam jak on się nazywał, ich były chłopak. Historyk. Archeolog z muzeum.
I got a name. Medovsky.
Medovsky. That's the same guy who claims to own La Malediction.
What? He owns the painting and Vera's security? He has to be the one behind this whole scam.
You're telling me.
A się dowiedzieliśmy. Jeszcze żeby...
We have to be sure.
No, znaczy mamy pewność. Kto to? O, dziadzia przyszedł.
What the?
Ksiądz patrzy. What the? O, coś wycięli.
I cannot sleep on that bed. It is
Za
too soft.
miękkie, o Boże.
George, this is Senor Marquez.
Nice to meet you.
O,
So you are this George, huh?
Senor Marquez is staying in the apartment across the hall. Apparently, he's the real owner of La Malediction.
What? I thought you said
Oh,
Medovsky
yeah.
was the owner.
Senor Marquez claims the painting was stolen from his family during the Spanish Civil War.
Really? Do you have any proof?
Senor Marquez, could you show him the photograph?
o, znowu nasze zdjęcie. Okej, przypatrzmy się na dziecka.
How can we prove this is you as a child?
The dates would tie up, George.
Dobrze, mamuśka.
Who's this?
My mother, a good woman, a saint.
Who is this?
My father. When they came for us in 38, I fled with my mother. But my father was not so lucky.
Może jeszcze tu mama w tym zdjęciu. Statuę.
A pair of statues stood on plinths on the mantelpiece. That's definitely La Malediction hanging on the wall?
It belonged to my family, so it belongs to me.
If the painting really was stolen during the 1930s, then this Medovsky guy has no legitimate claim to it. But how can I be sure that you're the boy in that picture?
I can prove it. Look at my father in the photograph. You see the medallion
A,
he's
faktycznie
wearing?
dał
He
medalion.
gave it to me just before he died. This medallion has been in our family for hundreds of years.
It's definitely the same medallion. A snake eating its own tail. That's also on the painting.
It is the Ouroboros.
Czyli co?
The what?
The Ouroboros. It is a sign of my people, my family, my faith. The Gnostics. My father was a Gnostic leader. La Malediction is sacred to the Gnostics. Hence they both
To już
display
mamy
the
powoli.
Ouroboros.
Coś
A
się
priest I read
rysuje
said the painting
dokładniej.
was the devil's work. A thing of evil.
Ha! He would say that. Do not believe all you hear from the church. Whatever you think, the painting is mine.
If Marquez was the true owner of Malediction, then Medovsky had no legal claim to it. Might be tough to prove, but if I could, we wouldn't have to pay out on the insurance.
No właśnie.
So, if the painting belongs to you, how did Medovsky get it?
The fascists stole it. It went to Madrid, then Berlin, then after the war
No już
to
wiemy jak go
Moscow.
dostał, jeżeli jest oligarchą.
After that it was lost.
I mafiozą przy okazji pewnie.
We need to talk to this Medovsky, but how do we find him?
Niko będzie wiedzieć. Trzeba pomówić z nią.
Hey, Nico?
Yes, George?
O, Matko Boska.
What do we know about this Medovsky character?
Ronnie said he was dangerous and very rich.
No. Czyli najgorsze połączenie. Bogaty i
And appears to be the
niebezpieczny.
boss
Jeszcze
of your
wpływowy
security
brakuje.
who was supposed to protect it. Now that kind of figures. The best way to steal something is to get hired to look after it. But why steal a painting you already own?
We need to talk to this guy.
To do that, we need to find him. So let's go over what we know about the thief.
Okay, well, he had a distinctive tattoo on one arm.
And his helmet had Waterloo Motors
No,
across
jakieś
it.
powiązanie może będzie.
Not a lot to go on.
Why would somebody steal their own painting?
Insurance scam? But then why kill
Może by się nie
Henri?
wygadał.
I get the impression that Henri was somehow involved. I found the gun that Henri was
By
shot
się nie
with
wygadał
Vera
pewnie
Security.
Henry.
If Medovsky owns Vera Security, it means that he must know the killer.
Well, it can't be Annette, but she has to be involved.
No nie
in
może,
some
to był
way.
facet.
You said the thief had a tattoo.
On his arm, it was a skull and crossbones with headhunters
Aha.
written around it.
Łowca głów. Spoko. Gdzie się znajduje Waterloo Motors?
We need to track down Waterloo Motors.
Have you tried the
A,
internet?
w komputerek jej wejdziemy.
I've been kind of busy.
Okay, let's have a look.
A, w telefonie.
Waterloo Station, Battle of Waterloo, Waterloo Kebabs,
A
Waterloo
ile z tego
Sunset.
Waterloo?
Ah, here we go. Waterloo Motors.
I to jeszcze
The garage in London.
w Londynie.
I'll send the
Proszę,
number
jesteśmy
to
w
your phone.
Paryżu. Gdzie Waterloo nie jest raczej zbyt miło wspominany. Jeszcze porozmawiamy z Niko.
Nico,
Czy możemy? Resztę spraw dokończymy i pewnie się wybieramy do Londynu.
the theft just doesn't add up.
We'll get to the bottom of it, George.
I'm convinced that Annette knows more than she's letting
Musimy
on.
znaleźć tą Anet. Może pójdziemy do niej jeszcze
But she's
przed
probably
wyjazdem.
just trying to protect herself. Ronnie said that Medovsky was dangerous.
So, Waterloo Motors is a garage in London.
Kanalny masz przejechali
That's a
podziemną?
surprise.
Yes, I sent you their phone
Okej.
number.
Podajmy list.
Here's the proof.
Jak zarobię na karalucha, pewnie się raczej tego będzie spodziewać.
Interesting.
Za długo go
But
zna.
it doesn't help us find the killer.
Hey, Nico, have I introduced you to
No
Trevor?
właśnie.
Oh, get that horrible thing away.
Ciasteczko?
I'm pretty surprised this cookie.
Tutaj trochę przeminę takie boczne wątki.
What do you think of this, Nico?
I think you have an insatiable habit for
No
collecting
właśnie.
things.
Kleptomania prawie.
What do you think of this, Nico?
I don't know. Do you think it might be useful?
No, już było, przydało się.
This paperclip is bound to come in useful. I just know it.
Well, you've surprised me before, George. I'd keep it.
O, perfumy
Smell
nie
this.
wąchała.
Oh, zut alors. I had an uncle who used to wear that. Maman told me to watch out for him.
Do you want to borrow these clippers?
Jeszcze z dziadziem porozmawiamy i
Whatever
wychodzimy z
that,
mieszkania.
George. Never say that on a first date.
Jeszcze zadzwonimy tylko do...
Senor Marquez,
Yes, George?
La Maledico.
so La Malediccio belongs to your family.
It did. Once it was stolen, I did not believe I would ever see it again.
You must have been excited to see the painting again.
It was a miracle.
You mentioned the Gnostics.
Gnostycy.
What can you tell me about them?
It is not important. A religious sect, that is all. My family were Gnostic. They were a peaceful, good people.
Nie będzie templariuszy, tylko gnostycy.
I found some evidence that ties
A,
Henri to the
dlaczego to
dark
nie
spirit.
zainteresuje?
That doesn't surprise me. It sounds as though the whole thing was set up.
I found this completion note for the security work done at the gallery. They went against my recommendations.
And now my painting has been stolen.
Dobrze, zakończmy rozmowę, zadzwonimy do tego Waterloo Motors. Międzykrajowy.
Waterloo Motors.
Tak, ten angielski akcent.
Hi,
How can I help you?
my name is George Stobart. I'm investigating a murder that was committed here in Paris.
What's that got to do with us?
A kasko.
The guy we're looking for was wearing a helmet with Waterloo Motors on it.
Oh, yeah. It's a very popular
Oh.
helmet.
I don't suppose you know who might have bought one?
Wszyscy.
Well, not unless you got any more information, mate.
O, z tatuażem.
The killer had a tattoo on his arm. It said, Headhunters.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he bought one of our helmets the
Uh-huh.
other day.
Terrific. Do you know his
Nicola.
name?
Nah. He brings his boss's Merc here to have it serviced.
O.
Words to the wise, though. Oh, yeah.
Aha.
About. The car's registered on Dutch.
Okej, to już coś mamy.
I mean, that's all I know, mate. Sorry.
No, that's more than enough. You've been a great help. Thanks for your time.
No, udało się coś osiągnąć. I to nawet bardzo dużo można powiedzieć.
Good work. That has to be the guy. And now we've got his address.
How about a trip to London?
I thought you'd never ask. Senor Marquez, will you be okay here?
The bed is uncomfortable. But it will do. Come back quickly with the painting, eh?
Jaki żądny. No, Londyn.
London cabbies. Gotta love them.
This is the place. Here on the right.
Ładny Londyn. Trzeba przyznać, prawda?
To afford a place like this in London, you've got to be good at something. So, we clear on how we're going to do this?
Czemu on przycina na niczym orła carskiego rosyjskiego? A, właśnie. No to Rosjanin, więc nic dziwnego.
Fenoodle?
Yeah, Fanoodle. You remember how to Fanoodle, don't you, Nico?
George, how could I ever forget?
Good, because I suspect we're
Tak,
gonna
te
be majorly
spiski.
Fanoodling in this one.
You got it.
No, i co tu możemy zrobić? Kamera się oddala, więc pomyślimy.